Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Inclusion Coach. My name is Rebecca, and I am your inclusion coach. Lean in. Today, we are talking about radical self-honesty. When we're developing our inclusive mindset, we come across words or ideas that make us feel uncomfortable. So we dismiss them or we deny them, so we don't have to think about them. We don't have to lean into them. Today, I'm inviting you to lean in by giving you a simple 3-step self-coaching process. So examples of words that trigger people when we're talking about inclusion, things like white supremacy, trans rights, privilege, Black Lives Matter, those kinds of things. If one or more of those terms or words triggers a negative reaction in you, here's how you can self-coach to understand more about your reaction to it and help yourself get past it. There are 3 questions to ask yourself. Why does this word or idea or phrase annoy me so much? What does that say about me? And do I like what that says about me? So as an example, let's look at the word privilege. Lots of people get really annoyed with the word privilege. So first of all, get really specific about the emotion that comes up for you when you hear the word privilege. If it's angry, what sort of angry? Is it exasperated, irritated, defensive? Whatever it is, really try and nail that emotion. So you can then say to yourself, okay, hearing the word privilege makes me feel exasperated. And then there's question 1. Why does the word privilege make me feel exasperated? And all sorts of things might come up here. I'm not privileged. I can't pay my energy bills. I've worked hard for everything I have in my life. Nobody's given me anything. Be brutally honest with yourself. Go to town, let it all out. Once you've really got to the bottom of what it is that annoys you so much about the word privilege or the concept of privilege, ask yourself, what does this say about me? What does my perspective on the notion of privilege say about me? Now, don't look outside of yourself for this. Don't excuse your reaction by the things that you perceive from others. This is about you, and this is where the radical self-honesty comes in. What does it say about me that the word privilege makes me feel so exasperated? Well, I guess it says that I reject the idea that I have unearned advantages that others don't. And this is tough. This is where the faint-hearted will roll their eyes, make themselves another cuppa, and go off and see if they can get Wordle in 1 today. It's where people who are committed to building an inclusive mindset will really lean into that exasperation and annoyance and what it says about them. So you might be thinking, well, I don't feel like I have privilege, but maybe others would look at me and say that I do. But if I do have privilege by virtue of my skin color or my gender or whatever, that's not my fault. There's plenty of things that go against me in life. So you may be rationalizing and reasoning with yourself. But ask yourself, is that perspective really true? How would it look to somebody from the outside looking in? And then when you feel you've got to the bottom of it, ask yourself, do I like what this says about me? Do I like that I'm rejecting the notion of privilege or white supremacy or trans rights? How does that make you feel? And at that point, you may have a different emotion. And if you want to, you can go round the cycle again. Nail the emotion. Right now, I'm feeling guilty or confused or defensive. And ask yourself, why am I feeling guilty, confused, defensive? What does that say about me? And do I like what that says about me? And you can repeat that cycle as often as you like. And it's a tough thing to do. So you might want to do it with an accountability partner, and you can help each other through this process. And as an accountability partner, you're not there to comfort and say, oh, I totally understand why you feel that way. And neither are you there to condemn and go, I can't believe you think that. You're just there to hold up the mirror, keep your partner on track with the process that they're going through. When you finish thinking this through, go back to the word that originally triggered your negative reaction. Do you still feel the same way about it? What do you know about yourself now that you didn't before you went through this process? And finally, ask yourself, knowing what I know now, what am I going to do about it? How can I use this knowledge to think and behave more inclusively? It's not an easy process, but it can be a very enlightening one. So that's my challenge for you this week. Find a term that gets on your goat, take it through that process. Why does this term annoy me so much? What does that say about me? And do I like what that says about me? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.